Chapter 1, The World of Design. In 8th and 9th standard, we learned about an image editing software, that is GIMP. Do you remember the GIMP software? In 10th standard, we have to learn about the image editing software INKSCAPE. INKSCAPE image editing software. We learned about the GIMP software. It is used for image editing. In the same way, INKSCAPE is also used for image editing. But there is a vast difference between the GIMP and INKSCAPE. The image produced by GIMP is not similar to the image produced in INKSCAPE. What is the difference? We are going to learn. We get an example, GIMP and INKSCAPE. The image produced is different. So what we are going to learn is, in computer or internet, everywhere, the images are stored in two ways. In computer, the images are stored in two ways, that is raster image and vector image. Raster and vector. The images are stored in two ways, raster image and vector image. GIMP is a raster image. INKSCAPE is a vector image. That is the difference. What is raster and what is vector? Today we will learn about what is raster image. What is raster? What are the features of raster image? We are going to learn about raster image. See, in smaller classes, that means when you start to draw using the pencil, how did you draw a picture? Small dots were there, and you tried to draw the picture joining the dots, isn't it? Do you remember how you learned to draw a picture? You have joined the dots using the pencil. Suppose the dots are at a longer distance. How you have drawn it? See the line drawn using the dots nearby, and if the dots are at a longer distance, what is the difference? The clarity is more when the dots are near. What about here? The clarity is less. The clarity is more. Clarity is more. What about here? The clarity is less. Clarity is less. But what about the raster images? In raster images, they are formed of pixels. They are formed of pixels. What is pixel? These dots are called pixels. These dots are called pixels. The images are formed of pixels. What we have to understand? The images are formed of pixels. They are created using pixels. They are stored as pixels. What are pixels? The dots. Dots of joining that image. A image create pixel. As the pixel increases, clarity increases. When you are going to buy a camera or phone, you will ask, what is the pixel of? What is the pixel of that camera? If pixel is more, clarity is more. Got the idea? The pixels are more. When the dots are nearer, the clarity will be more. If the dots are at longer distance, the clarity will be less. Clarity will be less. In raster images, the images are stored as pixels. The images are formed of pixels. Raster images are formed of pixels. Then the second point we have to learn is the computer remembers each dot, each dot and its color. Computer remembers each dot and its color. It is made of dots. The computer remembers each dot and its color, its position. These all are remembered by the computer. Then, what about the clarity? Clarity decreases when zoomed. For example, when we draw a line and try to zoom it, what happens? It becomes a square shape. Do you have seen it in MS Paint? After drawing a flower, when you try to zoom it, it becomes a square shape. That is, the clarity decreases when zoomed. When you zoom the image, what happens? The clarity becomes like this. It becomes a square shape. Okay. So these are the 3 points about the raster image. One more point. The file size increases. The file size increases in raster image. Why the file size is increasing? Because to increase the clarity, we increase the pixels. To increase the clarity increasing, and we increase the pixels. As the pixels increases, the file size increases. As the pixels increases, file size increases. Then what are the softwares used for drawing the raster image? One is GIMP, which we learned in 8th and 9th standard. Then in smaller classes you have learned MS Paint. These all softwares are used for creating raster images. Then, these are the features of raster image. What are the features? Once again, we will discuss. The software used is GIMP and MS Paint. GIMP and MS Paint. Then, it is formed of pixels. The computer remembers each dot and its color. What about the clarity? Clarity decreases when zoomed. When you zoom a picture, the clarity decreases. What about the size? The size is high as compared to vector image. Why the file size is large? Because to increase the clarity, we increase the pixels. In the next class, we will be discussing about the vector image. Thank you for your patience. Meet you in the next class.